Okay, so here's the page you should be on. I want to make this clear. This is the number one tested TEK that there is on the Constitution era. So what do you need to be able to do? Identify the different points of view and analyze their arguments. So here's how this works. And my students are always very successful on this, so do as I say and we will make this easy. Here's the deal. Imagine there are two groups of people that are showing up to this meeting. One group called the Federalists, they come with a new constitution. They literally wrote up a new constitution. The Anti-Federalists, what does anti mean? Against, not for. So the Anti-Federalist is the second group. They basically say, whatever a Federalist says, an Anti-Federalist says, you're stupid. So the Anti-Federalist wants to just edit the Articles of Confederation. So we have a problem. Okay, we have two groups, and they are going to hate each other. So you need to know that they hate each other. Now, there are popular men that lead these two groups. You have to simply memorize them. That is ridiculous if you get something wrong because you thought, oh, I can't remember who was the Fed and the anti-Fed. We have to do that. So here are your important dead guys, okay? For the Federalist group, remember they show up to this big meeting and they're the ones that are saying, yeah, the Articles of Confederation, that's trash. We wrote a whole new constitution. The two most popular men for that is, we have James Madison and Alexander Hamilton. Those are your two famous Federalists. You just have to memorize that. And I will tell you this. Look, their last name, Madison Hamilton. Look, Michelle Howard. Okay, anyways. So these are your two Federalist guys, okay? They're your leaders. Then you have your Anti-Federalist group. Basically anti whatever they say. These two is George Mason and Patrick Henry. Now, Ms. Busso has some pictures of these men. Probably we should put those on the board and label it Federalist and Anti-Federalist until you get this memorized. So for this week and the beginning of maybe like Monday of next week, we'll have it hanging up for you. And then after that, it's going to be erased. So you can just remember last names, Madison, Hamilton, Mason, Henry. These are my initials. And then here's what's also funny is I have a daughter named Madison and my son's name is Mason. Anyways, so you have these two groups of guys. Here's how you are going to memorize this. This is a brain drain that you have to know without a doubt to make this easy, because here's how you'll be tested. You're going to be given a sentence, a quote, one sentence, and you have to say, who said that? A Federalist or an Anti-Federalist? You just have to know. So if someone is arguing that I hate bananas and someone else is saying I hate apples, you have to just identify which group is saying that based on how they're describing how it's gross or something like that. You have to be able to analyze a quote and tell me who said it and sometimes why. So here's how we're going to do this. Ready? This has, how many F's are there? Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3. How many A's are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So what you do is to draw this T chart, you literally draw a T chart with 3 F's and 4 A's. But it's already done for you right now. So here's for the first one. What is a Federalist? They are for the new Constitution. Yep, that's all you write for this one. So think about this. If an Anti-Federalist is anti anything that a Federalist thinks, it's going to be the opposite. So if you can remember this side, you know this side. If you are for the Constitution, an Anti-Federalist is against the Constitution. Yes, it's that easy. Federalists say, yes, I have a new plan for a Constitution. The Anti-Federalist said, no, you're dumb. I'm against it. And then your next A Federalist, they are, part of that new plan is they are for a strong central government. That means they want the parents to be in charge, the federal government to be in charge, not the kids. So for a strong central government, now, oh my gosh, look right here. Central, national, federal, U.S. Remember, I could replace that word with any of those, and it's the same thing. Okay, so you're a federalist, you're for this new constitution, and you want that new constitution to have a strong central government, because the Articles of Confederation put the states in charge, the kids. Yeah, sounds cool at first. It doesn't work. Your household will fail. And then what else is this F right here? Their last F, they're for a constitution, for a strong central government. Oh, and I'm sorry, let's make this easy. Let's go across. If they're for a strong central government, guess what? They are against strong central government. Yes, it's that easy. They are just anti everything the Federalists. This is why they fought for literally 3 months. It was ridiculous. Okay, and then the last F, they are for a weak state government. So they want the states to not be in charge. That didn't make sense. You can't have the states in charge. It does not work. You have to think of the federal government like the parents and the states being like the kids. Eventually we'll have 50 kids. Now we have, at this time, I don't know, like 15-ish? No, 20 maybe? 20 states? I don't know. I have to Google it. Or Miss Busso can look it up for y'all. So for a weak state government. So that means they're the opposite. So they're against a weak state government. Okay? Yes, it's that easy. You just have to memorize these short things. But we're leaving off an A. There's something famous the Anti-Federalists said. Near the end of this argument, they said, you know what? If I even considered your stupid new constitution, you better add something or else I'll never sign it and I'll never agree. What did they do? This last A is they argued for something that you have today, argued for a Bill of Rights, which they did get. I don't want you to think arguing is always a bad thing. It gets us to something better. We have a good government today because old dead guys argued. If everyone just shakes their head all the time and says, yes, you're not going to get the best outcome. Arguing is not a bad thing, and these men did it, and they came up with something good. So these Anti-Federalists, because they're arguing and asking questions, we got a better constitution eventually, but it wasn't yet. We're not done arguing. But they're going to argue for this Bill of Rights, meaning I want, and you're going to learn about that real soon with Ms. Busso. I want individual rights listed because I want to guarantee that you crazy, strong federal government, it doesn't mean the government's going to take over like a king. So this right here is what you're going to memorize. So you have to know these two men show up to the meeting. These two men show up to the meeting. And this is how they think. And it causes a problem. It causes lots of arguments. Anti-Federalists are the people saying, I'm too scared of a king. These are team Article of Confederation. These are team Constitution. You will find out exactly what's in the new Constitution. But we have to take this one step at a time. So if I give you a sentence that says, I'm scared a strong central government will turn out like it was when we had a king. Who said that? Well, you would say the Anti-Federalists said that. So we're going to practice and practice and practice reading a sentence, and you tell me who said it, and this is how you look at it. So if they're against all of what the Federalists want, then what are they for? The opposite. They want a weak central government. So they want their government to be weak central gov. And they want the states to be strong. It doesn't work. That's like, think of the Anti-Federalists and the Articles of Confederation as putting the kids in charge. It doesn't work having 20 kids in charge, all having to agree. It doesn't work. You need structure. You need a strong parents. And that is what our new Constitution is going to do so that we're not embarrassing. Because Shays Rebellion, if your crazy farmers can take over control the federal government. Is that a good government? Obviously not. That's not going to work. We have got to fix our government. The Federalists are right on this, but the Anti-Federalists are also right about arguing for a Bill of Rights. So you'll simply, what do I have on this side? You'll have to memorize this T-chart. So I would even try today having Miss Busso, if you have time, she'll give you a piece of notebook paper, fold it, do one on one side, one on the other. You're going to have to, let me get a piece of notebook paper, get a piece of notebook paper. You would just go like this real fast. You can just write, if I write Fed, can you know that that's Federalist? And then Anti-Fed is the Anti-Federalist. And then can you remember the guys? So I'm going to write, even if I write Ham, to remember Hamilton and Mad Ham for Madison. And then I need to know this is Mason and this is Henry. So I've got my men down, okay? Now I do F, 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 and 4 A's. Okay. I got my setup here. I'm going good. Now I need to fill it in. So for the Constitution, against the Constitution. See, I can do this pretty fast. For strong what? State or federal? Federal. Gov. So they're opposite. So they're against strong Fed government. Okay. So then what are they? For weak state gov. And so if therefore they're opposite, gosh, this is so darn easy, against a weak state government. And then what's that last little A hanging out there? What are they going to argue for? If you're an anti-Fed, you're going to argue for a Bill of Rights. This chart has to be memorized. So once you try this, you probably won't get it right on the first time. You're going to do what you can remember, and then you're going to turn it over, and you're going to try it again by yourself. By next week, you'll be fine, and this will be so easy for you by the time we get to the STAR test, I promise. So you'll try this again, and then guess what? What do we always used to do when we're practicing? Take this and throw it away, because we're going to practice a lot, okay? This is important. I have quizzes for you. There's stuff in Quizlet to help you memorize this. You can do good on the hardest thing and the most tested. You will be successful. Some of us will get it like this. Some of us will take it a little longer. Please let me know what you need for help. But memorizing this, you will see examples. But we are going to take it step by step tomorrow with just the Federalists and just the Anti-Federalists and break it down some more. But please get this memorized. It's my favorite thing. I wish I was there to teach you. I actually think it's very exciting. Even though it may not seem exciting to you, I will make it exciting. I'll probably reteach it all to you when I get back, okay? All right, I have to go feed a baby. And y'all are going to practice this with Miss Busso. Have a great day, y'all. Bye.